What up, Frag World? Don't want to take up too much of your time because this might be a long video, but all of my subscribers have been asking me about dual fragrances. Didn't really know much about them. Nevertheless, did a little research, and I have 10, I could say, amazing fragrances that I would like to share with you all, and just 10 fragrances, period, that I would just like to share my opinion with you all. And let's get right to it. I hope you all like this video. If you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe, hit the bell for future videos, and let's link up in the comment section and let's help out. That's what this whole Frag World thing is about. What I'm gonna do is let you all know what I recommend, what I don't recommend, what I like, what I don't like, and what I have. And we're gonna start out with number 10, and it is Casino Royale Night. And this is inspired by Baccarat Rouge 540. MFK, 10 out of 10. Don't want to say too much about it. If I hadn't said it's amazing, it is amazing. Would I recommend this one? Most definitely. And at the end of this video, I will let you all know my top 3, which ones that I just, couldn't live without. But this is number 10, and it is Casino Royale Night. Don't want to go too deep about it, but it's an amazing scent. All right. Coming in at number 9, I actually got a compliment off this fragrance the first day I wore it. So this will go down in history for me, and it's Tux, and it is inspired by Ysl Tuxedo. Amazing, 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 amazing. 10 out of 10 fragrance. Yep, it's just so masculine and mature, and it's sexy, and it's of course you could probably pull it off, of course, with a tuxedo. But just not even wearing a tuxedo, it just is a great fragrance. What does it remind me of? Tuxedo reminds me of, oh man, it's just so spicy and masculine. Man, it's a great fragrance. I don't want to go too in depth. This is Silk Mood. This is also one of my favorites. Even if it doesn't make my top 3, this is inspired by MFK. I think it's Silk Oud or Oud, something like that. Mood or something like. It's like, I don't know. I'll leave links in the description or even on this video of which one this was inspired by. But I actually have that fragrance. I just forgot the name. Identical. This is like a purple, lavender, sexy, wettish, silky-ish type of fragrance. And when would I wear it? I would wear this only on intimate nights. I would not wear this fragrance really other than me being around a woman, my woman. Okay, so yeah, this is a very good fragrance for those date nights or just intimate nights. All right, Silk Mood coming in at number 8. I recommend it. Okay, now not so, I can't say the same thing about number 7 because this fragrance, oh, and I gave this a 10 out of 10 as well. I gave Silk Mood a 10 out of 10. Now this next particular fragrance, you guys, I really didn't like this fragrance when I first smelled it. And I could go more in depth with why I didn't like it, but I don't want to, start anything. But I would just say that this particular fragrance, I really didn't like. I was just like, it's kind of too harsh. And it doesn't really smell like the clone. And I've smelled clones that kind of, might smell a little better. All right. But after letting my son wear it, and it was like, I let this fragrance actually sit for about a month or 2. Or not even a month or 2, maybe a week or 2. And because I hadn't had this for 2 months. It just seems like it. But I let this fragrance actually sit, and I let my son wear it, and it was actually identical to the clone, what it was inspired by. And I actually own the fragrance that this was inspired by, so I know what it smells like, and in the air it's identical. So I kind of could have boosted it back up to like a 10, but I actually gave this like a 7.5 out of 10, and it is Omen, and this is inspired by Xerjoff Uden. And it just did not, it didn't compare. When I first smelled it, it was just, the opening was just real harsh, and it was just real loud and medicinal, and I was just like, nah, this is most definitely not it. And then not to mention, this was like one of the first ones that I got from the house. So I was like, man, what am I getting myself into? And I let this bad boy sit for maybe a few weeks. I let my son wear this fragrance, and I mean, it's just, even as I'm smelling it now, just from the top, it just changed on me, and it's actually, it smells better. So I could have boosted it back up to a 10, but I'll just keep it at a 7.5 because that's where I kept it. But just from now, telling you all, from then to now, it was a 7.5, but it's easy that I can give this a 9 out of 10 because something happened to this fragrance. And out of all of these fragrances, this was like the only one that kind of changed, that I really didn't like. And then it changed. The rest of these fragrances, they pretty much, I liked them when I just smelled them. Like, I was just taking the top off. I was just like, oh yeah. And then I tried them out, and then I seen which ones lasted and all of those things. But Omen most definitely was not my favorite, and it did turn into something else. I don't know if it was, you know, too new when I had got it, and it was just too, I don't know, but you know, this was the only one. All right, moving on. I'm rambling off, you guys. Omen. Would I recommend it? Yeah, I would recommend Omen. I would recommend Omen. So yeah, just moving on. We'll get more in depth with that on another video. Coming in at number, okay, I have these screwed up, but coming in number 6, it's effing unbelievable. And this is probably one of the best clones. I've actually smelled other clones, and this is probably one of the best ones that I've smelled. Tom Ford, effing fabulous. This is amazing. This is, yup. I've actually been letting my girl wear a sample because I wanted to test out a sample of me owning a few clones. And yeah, so this is like one of the best clones yet that I've got my nose on, and it is effing unbelievable. I would most definitely recommend this fragrance. Man, number 5, this is Casino Royale. Not Casino Royale Night, but Casino Royale, and this is inspired by Baccarat Rouge 540. I actually own a small sample of that. I just never knew how to pronounce it. Amazing. This smells good. I mean, it kind of, man. It's like when I smell this fragrance, and I actually have other clones of this, and Casino Royale is man, this is a great fragrance. It's great. Do I like this more than Casino Royale Night? Nah, I would choose Royale Night over this one. But would I recommend this one? Yeah, but if you get Royale Night, you probably wouldn't have to get this one. If you already own this one, but you want to get Royale Night, probably so. All right. Casino Royale, you guys. Coming in number 4. This is a great fragrance. I actually have this on my right hand, and this is called Scrumptious. Man, get Scrumptious if you just like a playful type of brother. Scrumptious is a very playful scent, and I want to say that your girl would like it, but it's I don't think she would want to wear it, but she would like it on a man, and it will kind of draw her towards you. It's a very playful, edible type of fragrance. It smells scrumptious. It actually smells scrumptious, like a little edible, and it actually smells like candy-ish as well, kind of like rubbery. I smell kind of like chewy. It kind of smells like it could be chewy as well, like some gummy bears. But that's just me. I smell colorful gummy bears. All right, let me hurry up and speed this up, guys. We've been 10 minutes over, and I wanted to make this video 10 minutes, but let's go ahead and get to it. That was Scrumptious. Moving on to the next one. I don't know how to pronounce this fragrance, but it is inspired by, hold on, let's see if we can get it. All right, it's inspired by Creed, Spice, and Wood. Amazing fragrance, amazing. This could have easily been one of my favorite, which it's not, but that's just how good it smells from the house. Man, you guys, no, you know, honestly, this I'm telling y'all now, this is in my top 3 list, most definitely. Whatever I was gonna put in my top 3 list, this is gonna bump one of them out, and this most definitely is gonna be in my top 3 list at the end of the video. So, Creed Spices and Wood inspired. This is like bias Precieux Et Epices. I don't know, but it's amazing. This is like sweet, spicy, peppery, but it's done in a way that a lot of them aren't done out there, and that's why I like this, and it will be in my top 3. So I just sit this to the side right here, because this will be in my top 3. All right, coming in at number 2, this is Admiral, and this is inspired by Xerjoff 40 Knox. I like it. It's a Xerjoff impression. They did it well. How does it smell? I smell powdery, honeyish type of, just a good smell. I would recommend this only if you already have a lot of fragrances in your arsenal and you're just looking for something else that smells good. Yes, I would recommend this. It's hands down a 10 out of 10 fragrance. It's just not something I can see a person that don't have a lot of fragrances owning, because it's just not your everyday fragrance that you just want to wear every day. But when you wear it, it's gonna do the job. All right, moving on. You guys, coming in number 1. If anyone is watching this video, let me smell it to make sure that this is my number 1 for a reason. Man, that's crazy. Guys, listen to me right quick, man. Coming in at number 1, Aphrodisiac. And this is inspired by Initio Psychedelic Love. This makes me want to go buy Initio Psychedelic Love. And that's one thing about these fragrances. You can buy a 30 ml for maybe 50 to 65 bucks. And if you like it so much, you know, you should actually get inspired to buy the bigger bottle or the original bottle. But a lot of these fragrances kind of smell better than the original, and they last longer. So then you might have a little anxiety, because you're like, well, you want to buy the original, but these smell so identical, and some even last longer, so you might even save money. But nevertheless, Aphrodisiac is one of the best fragrances I probably even smelt out of my whole journey. Like, this would easily make number 10, like top 10. This was Aphrodisiac. Just this in you know, bottle, not even being the original, just this bottle alone. If I've never smelled the original, just this fragrance alone, it just reminds me of so much to now, from just my adolescent years to now. I mean, it's just, man, it just smells like the best incense. It's like, it kind of puts me in a mind frame of like an interlude, man, with just the incense. Guys, please forgive me. I'm so sorry. That was my cue that I've been taking up too much of y'all's time. But just bringing it back, Aphrodisiac, it kind of reminds me of like an interlude, very wild incense. Man, just, it's an amazing fragrance, and I wouldn't say it if it wasn't real. Forgive me for sounding like this. It's just, I'm gone till next time. One love, peace.